One place left in the Premiership. The final fixture of the English domestic football season. Frighteningly high stakes. I wonder, Jim Beglin, which of these two sides is better equipped for this afternoon and what may lie beyond them?
Well, thanks, Peter, for that, because it's not an easy call. I mean, my head's telling me Sheffield United, and yet my gut instinct is for Wolves. But both sides have shown fabulous character just to get this far. I hope it lives up to its billing.
The outstanding players on show today will be Michael Brown, though he has run into traffic early in the shape of Cameron. And now Kenny Miller's had a early pot, providing a comfortable early touch for Paddy Kenny. High from Irwin, chasing back his Page. Miller beat him to it and lined it up for Blake! Big opening.
Well, Sheffield United should have dealt with that better. They shouldn't have let the ball bounce to begin with. It's too easy for Kenny Miller to get onto it. He shows good strength to feed it to Blake, and he should have hit the target. Gets it nicely onto his left foot. He really should have been steering that inside the post. Keeper had to work. What a great early chance.
So many human interest stories surround this final, and of course David Jones is representative of one of those. What he has been through, there's a great groundswell of opinion that he deserves his chance back in the Premiership. Blake's flip, Miller's chase, Jagielka backpedaling, came to Kennedy! Wolves are flying! Mark Kennedy with the purest, zippiest hit you would ever see. And it's all old goal.
Well, again, I think Sheffield United could have been more decisive. That's a couple of times the ball's come long in the air and they haven't dealt with it. Good flick on by Blake. And Kennedy was so well fed. The difference between Nathan Blake before is he made sure it was going to be on target. You can maybe question Paddy Kenny as to whether he could have guarded the post a little better. Miller does ever so well. But what about that for a strike and a start for Wolves?
Untied by Jolyon Lescott. Well won by Blake and well pursued by Cameron. Away from Jagielka, Cameron! That's a very good save. Good strong top hand at the expense of a corner. Kennedy with that corner, Ince with the header, 2-0, Nathan Blake! Wolverhampton Wanderers have clear daylight and have a glimpse, just have a glimpse of the Premiership. Nathan Blake, Cardiff-born, in Cardiff.
To be honest, I think for me this illustrates Wolves' sharpness in attack. They've been that little bit quicker to everything when they've got in around the Sheffield United box as opposed to the other end. Ince just ahead. And all Blake has to do after it came his way is just to help it on. There's enough pace on it. Wasn't a clean header by Ince, but still went in the right place. And now they really are up against it.
Page. Cabba on the turn. Naylor labouring to stay with him. Cabba has such power when he gets up ahead of steam. Tongue. Neat feed from Tongue. And still. And now Cabba. And a brilliant save by Murray to salvage Paul Ince, because the skipper's header was goal-bound.
And Murray was on his way to the far post. Michael Tongue's looking for a penalty for this. I don't think there's anything in that. But what a reaction that is. They were tentative at the back early on. That certainly cost them. And I think they've been one-dimensional going forward. They're a better side than what they're showing today. And Wolves, for me, are looking comfortable.
Cameron, Blake, on one for Newton. Miller waiting in the middle. Sean Newton for Wolves to have a 3-goal lead at the break. They have a 3-goal lead at the break. It is Kenny Miller. They can reach out and touch it. The Premiership is very, very nearly theirs. And it isn't half-time yet.
And that's been the difference. Every time Wolves have attacked Sheffield United, they've looked dangerous. I mean, again, this is too simple. It's too easy. Look at the oceans of space Newton has. All the time in the world to look up. It's not the most immaculate of touches, from Kenny Miller. It doesn't matter. It was good enough to find the back of the net. And again, it's a soft goal from a defensive viewpoint. Wolves, I think they'll be pinching themselves in the dressing room at half-time. What a scoreline this is at the break.
Kozlov. Aimed at Osama, out by Leicester. Comes down for Brown. Nicked in for Tongue. Turned wide for Love. Osama goes in for it. Steve Bennett's seen an arm. And he's given a penalty. The most innocuous seeming moment. Paul Butler is the offending defender, and you're bound to say he did everything he could to take his arms out of the way. Well, that is some decision, but it offers Sheffield United and Michael Brown a lifeline. And Murray has saved it! And the follow-up is over as well. And you're tempted to say that justice is done. You are also tempted to remark, not for the first time on the afternoon, as Sheffield United folk continue to go into mourning, that here is a Premiership goalkeeper in the making. The man whose heart has been broken so often. For him, this is the day. A glance at the watch. McCall. All in a lost cause now for the poor beaten Blades who've given so much to this season. Kozlov lifting it in. Lescott away. And Wolves' tortuous journey to hell and back is over at last. And why wouldn't you smile for Dave Jones, who himself has made a personal journey to hell and back? And why wouldn't you smile for those in old gold who have carried the weight of history, that burdensome weight which is now lifted from their shoulders on the home ground of Nathan Blake internationally. Blake, who scored one of their 3 first-half goals in front of their extraordinary support, and their thoroughly decent manager finally has his just desserts. And a year ago, the hurt of those fans was as close as any sporting hurt comes to being insufferable. That spirit-sapping collapse, allowing West Bromwich Albion in. Well, now it's Wolves who can glance smugly down from the upward escalator to see the baggies disappearing beneath them. And it is Sir Jack Hayward's day, perhaps above all others. Just a wonderful personal moment for him. And now the governor, the man who's won so much before. Twice a champion of England, twice the cup winner, the League Cup, the Cup Winners' Cup. Now something new. This time it is another silver trophy that awaits him. The trophy may be silver, but today all that sparkles is old gold. Wolves, grand old Wolverhampton Wanderers are in the Premiership.